this is Rachel, and I'm coming to you today as a parent. Have any of you ever been at a park with your kids hanging out? Of course, other kids are around, and um, they're not, you can obviously tell that they're missing something in their life, their family, they're missing love, but just by the way that they're treating whatever children that they're with at the park. Well, Gabriel and I were at the park today, and these two boys were playing in the sandbox, and they looked to be about the same age. I thought they were brothers, but one of the kids just, you could tell he was constantly picking on the other one and saying, he would get mad and he would say, well, I'm not going to play with you ever again. I'm never going to play with you again, just to kind of control and manipulate the other one into doing what he wanted him to do. And I watched it for a long time. We were at the park for a while, and it got to a point where at the end, this child that had been controlling and manipulating started beating up the other one. Really, they were wrestling, and this little boy that kept getting picked on tried to stand up for himself and started pulling the other kid's hair, and he was crying, and I was like, okay, I need to step in. I can't watch this anymore. So I went over and I talked to him and I said, come on, you guys. I thought they were brothers, so I said, this is your brother. You need to love your brother. He said, we're not brothers. And I said, okay, but he's your friend, and he's very hurt and sad and scared right now because you're being mean to him. And so this little kid that kept getting picked on, he kind of got out from being held, pinned down, and he's like, I'm going to go home. And I'm like, you go home. That's fine. You can go home. I'm sure you're feeling not very loved right now. And he left the park and he waved goodbye to me as he was walking home. He was so much happier that he had been set free. Meanwhile, the other kid who had been doing the pinning down and the manipulating and the controlling started throwing a tantrum. He was screaming about his hair. His head was going to bleed because his hair was getting pulled out, and his heart hurt. His heart was broken, and his chest was hurting, and there was so much pain in his chest. And so I explained to him, that he made his friend feel bad by controlling him and picking on him, and he was hurting him. And then this boy started telling me that he had nowhere to go. He was supposed to be watched. He started telling me all these lies, actually, that he was supposed to be watched by all these different people, and he couldn't tell me where he lived, and he couldn't tell me who he lived with. And I just realized as I was talking with him, of course, he was doing all this because he's not loved at home. And so as he continued to cry and talk about his heart hurting, I asked him if he knew Jesus. And Gabriel, my son, and I prayed for him. We laid hands on him and prayed for him to that he would open up his heart to Jesus, and that he would get to know Jesus, and that Jesus would take away the pain in his heart. So it was a really awesome experience to be at the park today with my son, and he was hanging out by himself, just playing, minding his own business. But he and I had the opportunity to share Jesus with an 8-year-old boy who clearly needs the love of Jesus in his life. So I just want to encourage you guys today to live in the moment, in the place where you are at, and look around you and find out how you can bless others, and encourage each other. Have a great day.